Good afternoon. The Trump administration has announced that the United States will be resuming a leadership role in an international bloc of pro life countries. The bloc was originally established during the first Trump administration, though former President Biden abandoned the initiative when he took office in 2021. Early Wednesday, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Secretary of Health and Human Services Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said that the United States would serve as the Secretariat for the Geneva Consensus Declaration, which was created with much fanfare in 2020 by then Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to secure meaningful health and development gains for women, to protect life at all stages, to defend the family as the fundamental unit of society. Left-wing critics, however, saw it as a way that the United States could further Trump administration objectives of limiting family planning and banning abortion. Conservative evangelical pastor Samuel Rodriguez is warning Republicans that deporting vulnerable people who don't possess a criminal record could cost them the Hispanic vote in the November midterms. Rodriguez, an evangelical pastor from California and president of the National Christian Leadership Conference, said in an op-ed for the Christian Post Wednesday that not everyone that the Trump administration is arresting and deporting has a criminal rap sheet. Many of them, Reverend Rodriguez said, are, quote, construction workers, healthcare professionals, and Sunday school teachers who have been rooted in this country for 20 years or more. Rodriguez said, quote, this does not mean open borders. It means the mechanism of enforcement must be proportional, just, and morally defensible, unquote. Rodriguez added that there is still time to course correct. Quote, when indiscriminate enforcement becomes the story, it hands the moral high ground to the progressive left and confirms their most damaging narrative about the right. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has announced the establishment of a State Department task force to combat what the administration calls birth tourism. The Trump administration uses the phrase to describe foreign women who enter the United States with the intention of giving birth to a child on U.S. soil in order to secure the child's U.S. citizenship. In a post on X on Wednesday, Secretary Rubio said that this new task force would review the activity of visa holders, dismantle illegal birth tourism networks, and put an end to this heinous abuse of our nation's laws. The secretary said that since the task force was created last month, it has already taken action to revoke the visas of over 600 people who are suspected of being involved in birth tourism. In a social media post early Wednesday, President Trump announced that the United States is in total control of the Strait of Hormuz, and also hinted that his desire is for the United States to keep control of the strait. In the full post on Truth Social, President Trump wrote, the USA has total control over the Strait of Hormuz. I think we will keep it. Our naval blockade is being called by everyone a wall of steel, and there is nothing Iran can do about it. They have no navy. They have no air force. Their remaining soldiers are unpaid. The IRGC is decimated and fleeing, and their leadership is uncertain at best. They have no money. Their country is shocked. All they have is fake news and 300% inflation, and getting worse. Iran is all talk and no action. The bully of the Middle East no longer. Praise be to Allah. President Donald J. Trump. The president's insistence that the United States is in total control of the strait, is contradicted by Iran, who continue to claim that the Strait of Hormuz will not fully reopen until all of Iran's conditions are met by the United States. In a post on X, Iran Secretary of the Supreme National Security Council, Major General Mohsen Razai, said, Iran's message is clear. The Strait of Hormuz will not be reopened until the United States ends the war and blockade, releases Iran's frozen assets, and as the war throughout the region, including in Lebanon and Gaza, ends. The Strait of Hormuz will remain closed until all conditions are met.